This is MJ. I love Tokusatsu. Excuse me. And right now I want to talk about Kamen Rider 01, episode 36. This is MJ Loves Toku, episode 54. And this is my analysis of 36, which is actually a Modelo 19. Is that okay? Inspired or fueled clip episode. And I thought it was a decent episode. The premise of it was interesting. It made me think a few things. It inspired the title card, Who's That Guy or Girl? Also, Who's That Girl? Because there seems to be a question of Izu's identity and who she is and what's going on with her. And from what I can tell, probably the best thing from this episode, actually, is what I mean to say, is I like the fact that they are raising the question of her true identity and if there's something more going on with her, and they did it through the dialogue. Now, it was just voiceover, old images, except there might have been a couple new images, but maybe it's just from stuff I didn't see, or stuff that had already been filmed, or it was reused, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. What? What's funny, huh? Anyway, sorry, you got a baby here. But what I'm trying to say is that I like that Izu kept saying weird things, and I couldn't tell if she was making puns or if she was saying like bad guy type stuff that betrays an allegiance to Metsuba Jinrai. And Aruto picked up on that, and he asked her, he's like, "Hey, Izu, you seem weird. What's going on? And what are you saying? And what's with your word choices?" And she said some interesting things that made me wonder: is she bad? Is she going to be bad? And I thought that was interesting. And then at the end of the episode where they showed off this new rider form, it really got me thinking, what exactly is going on here? Do you like that, buddy? Anyway, what exactly is going on here? And is it possible that Izu is damaged and compromised and being overtaken in some way by Mitsuko Jinrai? And I hope we'll learn more about that in the next episode. I think that would be an interesting turn of events. And I don't know, it'd be really neat. I kind of wanted to look at some of the features. This thing reminds me of Drive type Dead Heat or whatever that. It's a little bit like Kamen Rider Chase and the Dead Heat Drive. And it's interesting. I think the eye shapes are pretty distinct for 01. We haven't seen too many eye shapes like this. And anyway, I thought that was all pretty interesting. I don't really have much more to say. I mean, I could speculate recklessly, but I don't really want to do that right now. I don't feel like it. But this was an okay clip show, and I like where it's going, or where I think it's going, and I wonder what exactly is going to happen. And I wonder how they're going to be able to finish the show. I feel sorry for everybody involved. I hope they're all, fine and healthy and whatever, but I also hope their jobs aren't totally wrecked and that they're going to be able to finish this out, because I mean, people's livelihoods were waiting on all this stuff, going forward and then being able to proceed, and it's not the case right now. There was one other note before I close out that I thought was interesting. In the subs here, they say that due to Naki's presence in Fu's head, he was able to connect to Arc and use Assault Wolf, and I would think by extension Rampage Bullet. And I don't know if that's going to be the case or not anymore. Is that he's been able to use Rampage Bullet since she's been out, so that's just kind of an interesting, seeming contradiction, because I thought he shouldn't have been able to use it without, I figured they'd be able to move I thought that Yaiba would be able to remove Naki from Fu's head without compromising his ability to use Rampage and Assault Wolf, or the Rampage Bullet and Assault Wolf. But I don't know if that's true anymore, and I guess we'll have to see what happens. One other thing, I want this Kamen Rider Ikazuchi, or whatever they called it, to come back, because it was a super dope design, and I really hope it makes a return, but we shall see. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say, so I'm going to go ahead and close out my analysis. It wasn't long, because there wasn't too much new stuff in the episode, but I'm definitely looking forward to what will come, and seeing what's going to happen with Izu, and Aruto, and everybody else. And that's it for now. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, and share to help me grow. Don't forget to subscribe to keep current with each release. Chat with me on Twitter at MJ_scribe. Visit mjmunoz.com/podcast to find the multiple feeds in which I analyze Star Wars, Tokusatsu, comics, and more. Visit mjmunoz.com/support for links to my Redbubble and Coffee pages so you can help keep me doing the things I do. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Until next time, be well, and remember, you don't have to shout henshin to be a hero.